Still rocking after all these years.
This is the story of my rock and roll butler.
This is it, the show that started it all. Often imitated, but never equal. From San Francisco, USA. Online since 2004. It's the one and only Rock and Roll Geek Show. With the original Rock and Roll Geek, Michael Butler.
Welcome to the Rock and Roll Geek Show. My name's Michael Butler. Thanks a lot for joining me. I really appreciate it. Today is Saturday, April 18th, 2020, and it's 3:51 p.m. when I'm recording this show. And I got a special guest on the show with me. Say your name,
Hello.
Special guest.
Hello, I'm Michael Butler. I'm the other Michael Butler.
And my
when I don't feel like myself.
Yeah. Roving reporter Casey Crenshaw is on the show with me today. Everything
How you
okay,
doing, Michael?
Casey? We have not had band practice or anything since this bullshit, Corova. How are you holding up?
I am holding in there. We're locked in our house. Fortunately, we have a big house, but we're doing a lot of homeschooling, which is a lot of work for a first grader.
So what do you got to do to the homeschooling?
Well, now they're getting it. They're kind of developing it. They had to kind of develop all this on the fly, but we're looking at we have a meeting there's a Zoom meeting for about an hour every day. There's math, writing, reading, all the basic stuff. But he was in he's in a combination class, a first and second grade class. So when he was in the class, they would kind of cater specific to the kids. But the assignments they're sending home are just a kind of general, all-encompassing thing. So for a while there, it was just he was having, 2-page writing assignments, which doesn't seem like that much, except that just the week before all this happened, he was just practicing his lowercase letters. So you go from learning how to write a B in the right direction to
Writing an
a
essay.
2-page story. Right. So that's been a little trying, but otherwise we're doing all right. We're a lot of gardening happening over here. A lot of Natalie painted the bathroom. I changed out a light fixture, so we're finding little tasks to keep busy.
When do you leave the house and go to the grocery store and stuff?
I do. I have to also go out and swap out Sonny's school folder every week.
Do you wear a mask and gloves and all that? Hazmat suit?
I am not that extreme. I have been throwing a bandana around. I kind of wear it. I just also think it's fashionable.
Yeah, that's what I do. I'm doing the exact same thing, putting a bandana around my neck, and if I see a bunch of people around me with a mask on, I'll pull it up over my nose and
exactly
like the Frito Bandito.
Yeah, but the store I go to, it's they only allow 50 people in at a time, and they're wiping down all the carts and everything before you go in. So it actually makes for a more pleasant shopping experience, if you ask me, because you only have to wait outside for maybe 10 minutes at the most, and then the store's not crowded and there's not waiting in line. So when you're ready to go, it's a quick transaction. So,
are you still getting paid from your job?
No, I have filed for unemployment and have done some stuff, but I have not received a check from unemployment yet. So,
did you get your stimulus check yet?
I did receive my stimulus check.
Lucky
Natalie
you.
did not. Natalie has not got hers. But it might have been right when this all happened and I was realizing that I wasn't going to have any income, I filed my taxes. So maybe that's what it is. I'm just kind of waiting. I haven't got my tax return yet, though. So we'll see. My landlord is being very understanding and generous because I have not paid rent for this month. And he is just going to let me get it sorted out later on.
Oh, that's good. Speaking of your son, Natalie sent me a video. So when you guys have this Zoom meeting with your teacher, you can see all the little kids in each window, and you can see the teacher. And in the top, there's this one little kid with a pumpkin mask on. It is so fucking funny. So in the top video, there's a little kid with a pumpkin mask, and the teacher goes, "Oh, I see we have a little pumpkin in the window." And then the kid with the pumpkin mask pulls off the pumpkin to reveal Ace Frehley in full-on Kiss regalia.
Yep.
And that was Casey's son, and going, "I'm Ace Frehley. I went to see Kiss with my dad and Michael Butler," and he starts singing, I want to rock and roll all night."
Yeah, or that's the one he's way into right now is I Love It Out Loud.
I Love It Loud.
Or Love It Loud, yeah. So that one gets a lot of play. Oh yeah, he was, he didn't really know much about Kiss when we went to that show, but boy, we got home and it has just been the Kiss mania. Kiss. It's awesome. He's like, he's Kiss crazy. So yeah, Shout It Out Loud, Dr. Love. He's really into God of Thunder. He's into Gene Simmons.
Does he have the Kiss comic books, the Psycho Circus comic books?
He does not.
Because I have the entire series. I should let you borrow them.
Yeah, he would love that. He got some Kiss Lego minifigures, which works out perfect because it combines his
love of Lego and love of Kiss.
Exactly. He just got a little mini Destroyer poster from the Easter Bunny.
Nice.
Yeah, he's way into the rock right now. I pulled out some of my Rip magazines and we hung a bunch of the pinups. I had like this collection I got at a garage sale of like Rip magazines. So he's got your favorite guy, Nikki Sixx, up there on the wall.
Oh boy.
He's got 2 Skid Row centerfolds.
You got to find him the Kiss comic that's written in Kiss blood. You remember that back in the 70s?
I don't. I was born in the 70s.
Well, around Destroyer or Kiss Alive 2 or around that era, like 76, 77, they put out a Kiss comic book, and it tells you about this in the comic book, and there's pictures of it. They go into the Marvel, it's either Marvel or DC, one of those. They go in there, they take some of their blood, and they squirt their blood into the printing ink.
Oh, yeah. I remember that story. I remember hearing about that. That's awesome.
It's great. I used to have that comic. I had it when it first came out back when I was a little kid, like 16 years old or 15. It was good times.
Yeah, he'll take any of your...
I will let you borrow. Next time I see you, if we ever are allowed out of the house again, which may never be, I will bring the Kiss comic books, and I will also bring some of this Indian Warrior plant for all the hippies in the band.
Awesome. Yeah. I've been afraid to reach out and find out about this, our next show, which is that private party.
Oh, yeah, that ain't happening.
At the Ivy Room. Well, I mean,
that private party, was that the one where Tuck Smith was going to be playing the Rock and Roll Geek? Or no, that's the Featherwitch gig.
Yeah, this was the Featherwitch gig for the owners. And hopefully it's not a surprise party. I don't think it is.
Well, I'm sure she doesn't listen to the Rock and Roll Geek show, so.
But you never know. It's trending right now.
The Rock and Roll Geek show is, yeah.
Chuck Smith was talking about it.
Who?
The other night Tuck Smith was talking about it the other night on his live cast.
Speaking of Tuck Smith, he's supposed to be playing, if we actually have the Rock and Roll Geek 1000th episode, Tuck Smith is supposed to be playing at it, which I talked about. And if we don't know what Casey's talking about, Sean from Fastlane Records, I think that's the record label, Fastlane. He's been wanting to put out the American Heartbreak record forever, but we don't have the rights to it, I don't think. Anyway, Tuck Smith was doing he does these Thursday live concerts or in his bedroom, something in his attic. And Sean posted a message that said, "You should come on Michael Butler's Rock and Roll Geek show." And Tuck Smith read it while he was performing. He stopped and read it and goes, "Yeah, I don't think he likes me too much. He had my guitar player, what's the guitar player's name again? Ricky. He had my guitar player Ricky on, and he likes his old band, The Tip. They're kind of butt rock. I don't think he likes me because I'm more power pop." Or something to the effect of, Michael, he likes butt rock and not power pop. And then I said something, and I got an instant message from Tuck. So due to that instant message of Tuck giving me a backhanded insult, which was what I thought, Tuck is coming on the Rock and Roll Geek Show next week on Wednesday, tentatively. So that's something to look forward to. So if you got any Tuck Smith questions, feel free to send them to me, rockandrollgeek@gmail.com.
And I will say that I played the clip, and I thought that it was a backhanded insult more towards the tip.
Yeah, that's what he said too. So I
don't think it was towards you. I mean,
But if he said Casey Crenshaw likes butt rock,
who would dispute him?
Yeah.
I love butt rock.
Yes.
Although I didn't really the tip wasn't. They weren't my tip exactly.
All right.
If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
they were okay.
I liked him with Ricky Dover in the band because they reminded me of old Aerosmith when Ricky Dover was in the band. Now they got some kind of geeky guy.
I feel like I listened to them, and I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna be a butt rock band, or like I don't know. I remember listening to Tip and thinking the vocals weren't all that hot, but I could be mistaken. I don't think I gave him a real fair shake.
Well, I happen to be a butt rock fan too, but I like my butt rock with some power pop choruses in it. So
you're like a Bon Jovi kind of guy.
Yeah, right. So speaking of Bon Jovi, do you have any thing to say? By the way, what we're going to do on this show is we're going to do a track by track of the new Wyldlife album, and there is about a 20 now, probably about a 5. What's 401 now? There's probably about a 3% chance that the singer for Wyldlife might come on and talk to us.
No, he will. He's going to come on whenever we're ready. I'm going to give him a 2-minute warning and text him. But I told him we'll probably go a little bit past the hour before we call him, just because you and I are running a little late.
Yeah. All right, good.
But yeah, so he's going to come on, and he is going to just we can ask him whatever, talk about the album, and then he's willing to try sitting on and listen to a song if he wants or whatever. We're going to wing it.
So that's what
fly by the seat of our pants.
That is what we're going to do on this episode. So we're going to have the singer Dave Feldman and talk about the new Wyldlife album, which is called Year of the Snake. Came out yesterday. I pre-ordered it, and I woke up I set my alarm for 4 a.m. because I was driving up to the Mountain House, and I remembered, hey, the new Wyldlife album is out. I'm going to go download it so I can listen to it on the drive. Mm-hmm. And I did. And I've listened to it probably about 7 or 8 times now. So I have a pretty good feel for it. Pardon me, I'm bourbon is fine Tecate. You're still not allowed to drink, huh, Casey?
I'm having a Brooklyn Lager Special Effects.
What's that?
It's a non-alcoholic beer.
Ooh. Wife still got you on lockdown?
Yeah. Okay, well,
good.
No, I mean, yes. Well, I'm almost at 1 year without drinking.
Oh. When 1 year comes, are you going to start drinking again?
I do have a celebration plan in mind.
Does the wife know?
Yeah, I think she's got an idea. You know what I mean?
She's got something in mind too, and it involves leaving.
It involves divorce papers. Is she? Well, we'll see we'll see how charming Dave Feldman is on the phone. I'm sure she would.
I'll go with him.
That's her celebrity crush. Yeah, she's not shy about it.
Ooh, does he know that?
To me or to him? I suspect he probably has he must have a feeling about it.
And for a fact, the way Natalie looks, he would have no problem doing that, even though he's friends with you.
Well, fortunately, there's a lot of land between us, so I don't think I have to worry about it. I don't think Natalie would do anything. I think it's just a harmless crush. I think at the end of the day.
Well, let's hope so. Because if I have to drive with you to New York and take somebody out, I'll do it for my friend Casey.
Thanks, pal. You might just have to. It might be, might just be me moving up to the Mountain House and living at your loft. There's
room here for you.
Yeah, well.
So speaking of Bon Jovi, though, did you have any rebuttal of the last episode that I did of the track? I did a breakdown of the American Heartbreak record, which actually I got a lot of really good feedback on it. People like to hear the behind the scenes of the songs, which is why it's going to be good to have Natalie's boyfriend on to talk about the Wyldlife record.
Yeah, I did listen to it, and I wish that I was able to come do that show with you. But I think for the most part, you had a pretty accurate recall on that as far as what I remember. It all seemed pretty good. When I listened back to that record, I think we definitely, for all like the fighting and everything that was happening, I also say we put a lot of hard work and practice into that. You know what I mean? Like, so musically, I think it all sounds like the guitars all sound killer. The mix is all good. And the drums sound awesome. I mean, Johnny Cruz is a great drummer, but I know what you're saying too, that, the way Eric played drums it had a sort of like a kind of punkish looseness, and
which is what Billy did not like.
Right. And I love the 4 on the floor thing. I think that like what kind of maybe happened is like when I listen back, it's like you're going for it was almost like, hey, we're going to try to write a hit song, every song here. And but it's got a little bit of monotony in the drums, and that drum 4 on the floor thing works great for a lot of songs. But I mean, this, like this Wyldlife is a great example, but even if you were to go back to Postcards, it's like you've got songs like Brain Vacation and, Drinks or something that are kind of like poppy and more power poppy, catchy hook songs. But then, you mix it in there with some 7-Time Loser, Not All Right, and Too Beautiful with some heaviness. And I think that was the good recipe for American Heartbreak. That's what I like about the Wild Hearts. Like, I don't just like the Wild Hearts because, if it was all just a bunch of love shit and, I want to go where people go and everything, it would, it would be great still, but it'd be kind of uninteresting, or it would get sort of sterile at some point. And I don't know. I kind of think that's what happened with that last record.
So you, at the time, agreed with them.
I did with a lot of stuff. And I think that what we were trying to go for at the time, with the general sort of consensus with the group, was, with the exception of you, was to try to make something that was more in line with a big rock production type of thing. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And I think that some of the songs I think that like when you go back through, let me see if I can just pull this up here so I can look at the track listing. But I mean, I was in agreement with you about a lot of the songs, of which ones, like I Love Somebody. I think, when I hear Somebody, Sick and Tired, Things Are Looking Up, Love Your Abuse, all those songs sound great. Raise Up Your Hands, for me, like musically, it was one of those ones that was killer, but like it had
Lyrics
a little bit, it started feeling a little cheesy.
Yeah. Well, Sold Out Show, Lights Go Low.
Right. I personally, and I felt like Things Are Looking Up. I'm sorry. Raise Up Your Hands, 21 and Easy were pretty cheesy. Fallen Angels was pretty cheesy, and I wrote Fallen Angels. I wrote the music to that one. That was one of I wrote Fallen Angels and Bitch. I wrote the music to those, and I think I only wrote a couple lyrics on Fallen Angels. I think I wrote Wears Her Knees Out in the Dark. The rest, like Lance wrote.
Okay, yeah.
But
that song, by the way, was a ripoff of the Stars song, which was what I said too.
Yeah, it was just kind of doing that riff. But like Isolation, I think that one, you didn't really play that one much. You were trying to wind up the podcast.
I didn't like it either.
But that one, I think, was a good one. It had some, I don't know, I like the songs that are in the key of E. I like the songs that are a little heavier, a little faster. I like the power poppy ones, but I think they need to be complemented with the heaviness. And this album didn't have much in the way of heaviness happening. That's where I feel like it was sort of its shortcoming was. Last of Superheroes was a good track. I liked it. We used to play that one all the time. And that was the one where my recollection of that song in particular was that I had my hand in that one a lot too, because the chorus was originally kind of we used to just go like, we are, and then it's and I kind of lobbied for like the little change and turnaround. And I was trying to I remember my original sort of plug to Billy was trying to do like a Mama Kin type of thing with the guitars. And kind of ended up going that a little bit with the sort of the rock and roll nights type of thing. But
what's rock and roll nights?
Well, you know, like they're kind of like they're that kind of like that kind of you know, hammer on thing. Because I have a demo of that somewhere, and it was like the original version was it was a little more punky, and it was somewhere. I think I have a bunch of demos of like, you know, it's either you and your click track or Billy and his click track or stuff like that, which is kind of fun stuff. But I don't know. I mean, you know, that was for me. That was a cool time in my life, and it was like a different way to work out like a record than I had with any other band before, as far as the amount of effort and time, and to a point where it was just starting feeling like, all right, are we ever going to record this thing? But I don't know. I think it's worth being proud of.
It was an unpleasant time in my life, but
well, yeah, I understand that. But what do you have a pleasant time in your life?
Yes, this one right now, and I'm talking to my friend Casey Crenshaw.
Okay, good. But yes, I think that we could have got that thing down to 10 songs, and it would have been a little bit better. And I think that it could have used a little bit more of the sort of the punk aspect was kind of out of there.
So Casey went from agreeing with Billy and Lance to agreeing totally with me now. I appreciate that. I was right.
Well, as time has gone on, like I said, if we were to ever reunite and write new songs, I would think that the way to go would be use this last record as a stepping stone. I don't think we should go backwards from that, because I think production wise and everything, it sounds pretty good. You know what I mean? I just think that it needs a little bit. I think a good mix of Four on the Floors with some reckless abandon would be good.
Yeah. And what do you think the chances are of a reunion of American Heartbreak? Full reunion with the exception of a drummer.
You know, I was thinking for a long time it was impossible, and then it was starting to seem like, oh, maybe something could happen. I mean, I don't want to jinx anything, wouldn't matter anyways. But Lance kind of sent, after that video went around that you found, it kind of got everyone pumped up on it. Cause Lance was texting me that night. He's all fired up and ready to he's like, pick some songs, let's do it. Cause you know, he's allegedly moving back here to the West Coast.
Well,
so I think if anything, a one-off could happen. I mean, I think as far as trying to do a whole revival would probably be pretty challenging. Billy lives in LA now, but I could see a one-off happening. Well, I was trying to make it happen for that rock and roll geek thing. I was thinking we celebrate Michael Butler, we get Tuck Smith, which still might happen. We have American Heartbreak play, and I don't know, Featherwitch or something, just to get some people in there.
Sounds like a fun time.
Yeah.
Okay, so in a minute, text him, but I want to thank I'm not going to thank all of the donors of the Rock and Roll Geek Show, but I want to single some people out. An anonymous guy, as you know, the guy who paid for the Rodecaster, and the same guy who paid for the computer that I have here in the Mountain House, has done a dollar for dollar match. And if anybody donates $50, he will match them. So I want to thank. Go ahead.
Do your listeners know that my nickname is Anonymous?
They do now?
Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you, Anonymous. So
You're welcome.
Here are the people that did the dollar. So I want to thank, the Anonymous pretty much, I think there's a few more, I could use a few more of the $50, but I want to thank the following people. I want to thank Anonymous first. I also want to thank Dave Slusher, who donated $200 American and $100 Australian and sent me these really cool 3D printed portable bidets.
Dave Slusher did that?
Yes.
He's saying $200 American dollars, $100 Australian dollars?
Yes, and he sent me
and 2 bidets?
3 portable bidets and a
3 portable bidets.
And a 3D printed shot glass that says from Korova to Valhalla, which is what my wife calls the Mountain House, Valhalla.
Man, that's like 3 years of BBW porn subscription right there.
He uses his sponsor and does Express VPN, so he downloads it illegally.
I got you. Okay.
So I want to thank also Anonymous for doing the $1 to $. I want to thank the following people: Dan Gerawan for $100, Rodney Cross $100, Brian Springer $200, John Morgan. Go ahead. What?
Well, yeah, I was just going to ask, what about Dick Sheets? Dick Sheets, did he donate?
Schuit.
That's how you pronounce his last name.
How do you say it?
Schuit.
Sheet. That's what I said.
See, I can't. I can listen to him say it, and I still can't say it.
It's
Schuit.
Strite.
Dick shit.
Schuit.
Strite.
Sheet.
Strite.
Sheet.
Yes, thank Dick Strite. Also, okay, who else? Brian Springer, $200. Thank you, John Morgan, $100. Chris Capel, the rock and roll copywriter, $100. Joe Pawlak, my bodyguard, for the $100. All these people are pretty much paying my bills now because I'm out of a job. Thank you, Benjamin Muller, for the $100. Thank you, Rodney Cross, for another $100. Ralph Miller for $99. JP something like that. Shippard, $100. Kirk Crawford, $50. Michael Street, $50. Kirk Crawford, another $50. All those people, thank you for the $1 for $1 donation from Anonymous. Okay, that's all the donations I'm going to thank, but I will put them on the show notes of rockandrollgeek.com. Thank you very much, friends. I cannot tell you how much I need that because I am in the shit. I'm in the
Schuit.
really bad. Okay.
Speaking of you and where you're at with your life and everything, I whether it be financial or health wise, I was listening when I heard about your incident with the dogs. And having to go to the ER, and then I was concerned about, maybe you have, having to be in the ER and contracting coronavirus or something like that. Yeah. So I started thinking about your mortality.
Mm-hmm.
And
what do you want from mine when I die? Is that what you're going to ask me?
Well, there's lots of things that I want, but I think it's important that I might have to get all the access codes, if you will, and uploading to this Rock and Roll Geek show, because I feel like that.
You want to continue it?
Well, should you perish in an unfortunate manner, I feel like it would be my responsibility to continue on the legacy of the Rock and Roll Geek show. And
that would also include taking the donations too, right?
Well, if they want to keep donating, sure, I would do that. But I was, I feel like I would at least have to get on and explain what happened to the world should an unfortunate accident happen to you. I mean, it sounds like you almost got eaten by a wild animal.
Yeah, I almost did.
And you're up there, but then I see bears you're texting pictures of bears all the time and stuff. So you're out there, my friend.
There's also mountain lions. The most recent, I had a mountain lion put her face right up to the camera. You can see whiskers on the camera.
That's close. That's a close encounter. So it's just, these are things to consider as you're, getting older.
Also, my left hand, my left index finger is starting to heal, but I cannot bend my left finger. So I can't, if I was playing bass, I can't play guitar at all because I can't do chords unless I'm doing bar chords because my left finger, index finger, does not bend. So I would have to play bass with my other three fingers.
But yeah, well, that would be when your index finger is not usable.
That's right. The left index finger, which is the main one for playing.
It's arguably the only one you really need.
Exactly.
Well.
So that's out of commission, and my right wrist is still fucked up. And the way I play bass, I'll be aggravating that like crazy.
Yeah, I mean, what would happen if you had to switch to finger picking and, running scales with the
not be too
middle
cool.
to pinky?
Not be too good. All right.
Okay. Well, I have a message to Dave. Let me see.
Should I pause this?
Let me see if I can try calling.
Let me see if I can pause this here. Let me see if I can pause.
You pause and see if you can.
All right, we're back. All right, who is on the line, Casey?
We have legendary frontman, Mr. Dave Feldman. How you doing, Dave?
Good, man. Happy to be here.
How's it going?
Yeah, thanks for coming on. Oh yeah. The new record is awesome.
Thank
Michael
you.
and I have been texting about it and spending a lot of time chatting about it yesterday.
Sure.
And so, yeah, our plan is to do a little track by track with you if it's possible. We're going to see how the audio goes, but I don't know. What do you have some questions for Dave, Michael Butler?
Yeah, Dave. So when we talked to you guys, I don't know if you remember, but we interviewed you and the guitar player at the
Of course.
San Francisco. And all the songs that I liked, you said, "Oh yeah, those are all rollers. We don't really like to play a lot of rollers live." Well, this album is like almost all rollers. So you still feel like that? Does that mean you're not going to play any songs from this new album live?
No, man. That's interesting. I definitely think there's some heavy rockers.
There's
on
some
this
good
one.
rockers on here. Well, they're all rockers to me, but they all have roller hooks.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Yeah, but there's like 3 that are more rockers, but the rest are kind of rollers. By the way, people who don't know, rollers, I guess you guys consider those pop sounding songs, and the rockers are the ones that are more punk, I guess you could say, right?
Well, I don't know. I guess like the best way to think of it would be like Jailbreak by Thin Lizzy is a rocker, whereas Southbound
is a roller. Exactly.
Yeah, it's a little bit more laid back, you know.
Yeah, but then there's Romeo and the Lonely Girl was a roller, but it's also more whatever.
I would classify that as roller as well.
Okay.
Sometimes there's it gets messy. Sometimes there's crosses the line, or it's in between the Venn diagram circles. So,
do you like the rollers better than the rockers, or the rockers better, or you like all of them?
You need a little bit of both, right?
Exactly.
I mean,
exactly.
Definitely. Now, are you calling the shots? Do you guys consciously decide like we need a couple more hard rockers here, where we're getting a little too pop heavy, or
are you talking about in the set or in
just when you're recording the album? Yeah, writing the record.
Yeah, I mean, we don't make a conscious effort to be like we need something like this, but what we will do, I mean, like, because all of our albums have like both or whatever, so we will be like, okay, this is good because nothing else on the album sounds like this. So yeah,
like I was noticing like on and I've only got to listen to the album a couple times through, but like every album I've kind of like will sort of have a vibe like Kiss and Tell kind of has some weird like undertones of like dark guitar melodies going, and it kind of reminded me of like Cuffed or like Son of a Bitch or something like that. Do you kind of want to have like that style of song for every album? Do you do something like is that in the thinking or?
I think it was Stevie says that in every album there's a bass driven song.
It's got like almost like I don't want to say gothy feel because it's not the right thing, but it's like, there's something, I guess sort of bass driven. It just got a little darker sound, but it still has that pop sensibility to it. So I've just it seems like there's a little bit of a Wyldlife recipe, which is what I love about you guys. But it also seems like it keeps evolving and maturing with each album.
Oh boy,
which is cool.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if we have like a specific formula as to write records, but like I think basically we just keep writing stuff, and then like we're not gonna keep making the same song per record for sure. So naturally we would get bored if we had done that. So we just keep making stuff, and it will come out differently. And then once we hit the 35-minute mark, as far as how long the songs are, for the album, we're like, fuck it, let's just go record it because we have enough for an album now.
So you and the guitar player wrote the whole album?
Yeah.
How does it work? Does he come in with a song and then you say, okay, I'm going to put some melody and lyrics to it, or do you ever come out with your own? Does he come in with a complete song, melody and all that, versus,
That's one way that it happens, and then the other way the songs will happen is, I'll have the melody in my head and I'll just write out lyrics, and I'll meet up with him and I'll sing it out while he is, playing guitar and he's trying notes or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, that's the note, that's it, that's not it, but that's actually better, and then it kind of just like becomes this like totally natural song where it wasn't exactly what I was thinking in my head, but it's actually turns out better because Sam's got his touch on it. So,
have you guys played any of these songs live?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You played Neon Nightmare, and we went and saw them in Denver at
yeah.
Rocky Mountain. But they played Neon Nightmare, and I think they played something else.
Deathbed, probably. We've been playing that one out.
Which one? Oh, Deathbed. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the album opener. So we probably played. Let's see, Deathbed. We've definitely played live. Neon Nightmare, of course, because that came out on its own 7-inch. So we were not contractually obligated, but obviously we want to sell the 7-inch. So yeah, we did that one. We've been doing Crime of the Scene was probably the first song that we started doing, and we've done Get Well live as well. Just like, so we've tried out like a few of them. For the majority of them we have not yet played live. So yeah,
it seems like on it. I'm sorry.
I was just saying, basically based on like the response we've been getting over the internet, as people chiming in saying what songs they like. Now we can be like, oh shit, well I guess we got to start practicing that stuff.
So which
when
ones?
It's ready.
Which ones has everybody been saying they likes most?
The ones that stand out the most so far were Keeping Up with CT, which is like a real, like it's a little bit of an outlier. Definitely a roller, like a honky tonk style,
Definitely.
almost like Sticky Fingers style. Fun, very very fun writing those. And the other one was the album closer, the Falcon.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's what I was going to say. I was seeing on Instagram, it seemed like a lot of people were like, when they're posting about the album, it's like the Falcon was getting a lot of, because that's pretty out there.
definitely. It's definitely different.
It's cool though.
Yeah. I mean, like, I like all of our songs, but that one is very, very different than anything we've like touched on.
It's almost like a hard rock song. And
Totally.
Like the music, it was like when I first heard the first time I heard it before your vocals came in, it was like, oh, I mean, I mean this in the best way, but it was like it almost kind of had like a Wasp type of vibe or something. I was like, whoa, they're going like kind of heavy hard rock there, but it was cool. It's a cool riff. I mean, it's a badass song.
It's very totally like Wasp, man. That genre of just like hard rock of what like most people who don't know anything about rock music, you're like, oh yeah, I play rock, and they're like they're imagining some fucking arena of like shirtless jacked dudes,
Right.
Like, this is the type of shit that's gonna come in line. And you know what, on this one they'd be right.
Yeah,
it's totally different, but I also think that it still kind of sounds like a Wyldlife song. I don't know, but which is of course because it's Sam and me, writing.
Well, I think like melodically, you didn't go like the cock rock method, which you could have gone, which so it kind of which makes it cool. What do you guys do if Spencer comes in with a song? You and Sam just look at each other, and
that hasn't happened yet.
It hasn't happened.
we tell him to kick rocks. No, never. Spencer is as integral to the band as me or Sam, obviously, but he just, he's not a songwriter. He's a fucking tremendous bass player. He's a personality. I kind of think he's the person that the audience like the most, because he's just such a fucking, card and a character.
Totally. He's got like a look to him that's kind of like, he's kind of like the bass player from like the Darkness or something. You're sort of like, it wouldn't, like if it was just another long haired rock guy, maybe it wouldn't work as good.
He's kind of like our, Bunny Carlos.
Yeah.
I know Bunny played drums, but he's like that, like totally outlier. Everybody fucking loves Spencer. Plus he's a talented guy. artistically, like visually artistically.
Yeah, he did your cover, right?
Yeah, he does the vast majority of the Wyldlife art, most of the shirts, all of the album art, and he's really fucking good at it. So he's got like this like big, he's got a big internet presence, probably even bigger than he thinks he has. And so people love him. So yeah, but he's not fucking writing songs. Like we're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a super nice guy too. That's you guys are all really nice guys. It's interesting. There's I don't know who the dick in the band is, but
that's the second time we've been told that we're really nice guys in the past 24 hours, and every time I hear it, I'm just so nervous because that's that's the fucking kiss of death as far as like band recommendations, like if you know what I mean, like, oh, what do you think of that band? Oh, dude, they're such fucking nice guys. That's like, all right, I'll never listen to that. Like, say no more, buddy. I know what you're trying to say, but their band sucks.
Well, I think if they say how's the music and you say they're nice guys, then you're kind of like,
it's like she's a nice girl.
Right, but it's like, oh, their band's fucking awesome and they're nice guys. It's just like, whoa, you're like a hot chick with a good personality. You're almost the unicorn. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the unicorn. That's right. I think you'd have to preface it with their band is very good and they're nice guys. But if all you say is they're nice guys, you're fucked.
Yeah, that's bad news.
I would hate that to be. I would hate for that to happen. So who's the dick? I don't know. Probably. I don't know. I hope it's not me. It's probably me at times. I mean, whatever. We're still humans, you know.
Right.
But we're mostly like dicks, to each other. I'm like the only time we have this thing where like it's like we won't be outright fucking assholes, but like if we can see somebody's getting punished after a show, and which is when like somebody really nice is like talking to us ad nauseum, they have no social like clues as to like when a conversation needs to be over, that the band has places that they have to go. We'll go over to that band member and interrupt the conversation and just be like, hey man, can you give me a hand with this?
Yeah, we used to have we had something that we did.
And we'll watch them suffer is the other way that goes, and it's so funny when that happens. And you're just like, hey man, how's it going? And then just walk off like knowing they want to be rescued and leaving them. Oh, it's fucking great. I'm sorry.
We used to say to our road manager, because Casey and I were in a band together, and we would say to the road manager, okay, if I say, do we have any batteries? That would be get me out of this conversation. You have something like that.
Yeah, the code words.
So
yeah, see, what we would do is we'd be like, do we have any batteries? And then the other person might be like, of course, and then just walk away and just still leave you to suffer.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good. We've definitely left each other to suffer as well from time to time.
Yeah,
Michael, this is a side story, but Michael and I, we were down, I forget why, we had to go to LA for something.
Guitar Center.
We were killing time. We were at Guitar Center. And this is probably more information you know, but Michael likes to wash his ass in the sink after he takes a shit. And he had to shit in the and he'll do it anywhere.
Well, I prefer a bidet, but if there's no bidet, I need to use a sink.
And so we were at Guitar Center, and he had to take a shit. He's like, I got to wash my ass if you can, guard the door for me. Guard the door for me. I said, of course, my friend. I will gladly guard the door for you.
Oh, no.
And nobody came in, but Michael Butler walked out to an unmanned door and had just been hanging his ass over the, a set of 5 sinks in Guitar Center, Hollywood. So I get needing to leave your bandmate in the uncomfortable situation as well.
Yeah.
So Little Steven, this is on Little Steven's album. Did you present was a 7-inch on his label too?
Yeah, we've put out, so at this point we've put out the last LP and then 3 7-inches on Wicked Cool, and then this album as well. So
did he hear the songs before you presented them? I mean, like before the album was done? He did listen to.
He did. He did. The thing about Wicked Cool that's nice. I mean, they're like they give a pretty good amount of artist like freedom, but they still have like a very high.
They give you their input
expectation. high expectations. So Steven hears everything before it comes out. And, you know, like, knock wood, it hasn't happened to us yet where he's been like, this needs to be changed. But he had, I mean, he's made suggestions on things. And I think at this point, we've been like respectfully declined, like just little things, just like, hey, I know that you did half of the chorus on the first chorus, but maybe I think it would be really good if you did full, like the chorus is the same length every time. And we'll just be like, yeah, no, but this is why. And they've been cool. He's been super cool about it. But yeah, he hears everything, man.
Did he reject any tunes? Say this song shouldn't be on the album. You need to write a couple more, or something like that.
No. Again, luckily that hasn't happened either. He's been cool. He apparently, I'm thank God I'm not in the fucking room when he's hearing it for the first time. But our point person, one of the producers for the Underground Garage, this guy Dennis, who's super cool. He tells us every time like what Steven said or did when he heard it. And apparently when he heard like I think it was Sacre Bleu off the album, he was like, again, and made listen to the song like 5 times in a row in front of Dennis. And like I was just like, damn, I would be fucking terrified if I was in the room watching this, like watching Silvio Dante fucking listen to your song 5 times in a row. It's like, well,
if he listened to it 5 times, I would assume that meant he liked it, right?
Yeah, it could go either way though. I mean, he was, apparently according to Dennis, he's smiling every time, but like you don't want it to be like there's something I fucking can't stand about this and I can't figure it out yet, and we're gonna be here all night until we figure it out. But yeah, luckily he liked it. So yeah, Steven's got our back. It's cool.
Does he chime in with like, hey, Neon Nightmare is the first single you got to release, or this is the one I want to do for 7-inch? Yeah,
he does. He definitely like, so when we tracked the whole record, he's like, we knew that we were going to put out a 7-inch and a Christmas 7-inch to fill out the space. Because we started tracking this thing almost a year ago. And he's like, this is what I think you should do as the first single. It was between Neon Nightmare and I want to say Kiss and Tell, but I'm thinking pretty positive he was like, Neon Nightmare, that's your first single. So we were like, okay, that's the one we're going to flesh out first and make the 7-inch of. And yeah, he once the album was done, he was like, this is what I think you should do as far as like your singles for this. And yeah, we're cool with it. Like there's some where we're like, he wanted to put the Falcon out on the radio, right? Before the album was out. And we told him like, we think that song is like too different and too big for people to hear. Like it has to, we want that to come out when the record is the record release, you know?
I can see that.
Right. Yeah, you want to have like, you want people know what your whole sound is. That's sort of a one-off. Totally. Do they help you guys, like when you guys did that, was it a vinyl or whatever is that the HBO show you guys had a little cameo on?
Oh, The Deuce.
Now is that all happening through Wicked Cool?
That was actually, man, I was just talking about this recently. That actually did not have anything to do with Wicked Cool, although they were very much supported us doing it. That was all just like sheer fucking luck. That was because I guess that happened since the last time we were together, right? That the Deuce thing. That was after we were in California talking to you guys, right?
I think so.
Probably, yeah, I think
it
so.
Must have been. So yeah, that was just like somebody tagged me in a comment on Facebook, and I don't really even fuck with Facebook too much anymore. But somebody tagged me in a comment, and it was some guy who had made a post being like, "Hey, looking for New York-based, looking for a band for HBO show. Think New York Dolls, Dead Boys." And like somebody commented my name on it, and I was just like, all right, well, this is kind of weird, but so I sent the guy link to the stuff and was like, hey, I think we might have what you're looking for, not expecting anything out of it. And then like 3 days later, it was like, yeah, we have to use you guys. This is perfect. I don't think I would have gotten that gig if I didn't have hair like I don't have hair now. I mean, I have a little bit of hair, more so now that barbershops are closed down. But if I had a shaved head, I had long hair then. So that helped. We, because the look was
they wanted someone 70s looking.
Definitely, right. And it was more 70s looking then than it is right now. It's at least for me. But fucking that was fun, man. HBO was cool.
What was the pay like for that?
It was good, man.
Oh, really?
I'm not gonna lie. Well, it was good because it was good in a few ways. So we were in 2 episodes. The first one, I got paid a little bit more than the other guys because I had a speaking line technically.
What was your speaking line? Because I saw the episodes. I don't remember you in it.
My speaking line was me singing. So,
okay. Wow.
So
I bet the rest of I would have been pissed if I was the rest of the band.
Hey, but you got to think about it this way too. I also, that's consider it my fucking finder's fee.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's a good comeback.
Because somebody, they were just like, "Hey, Dave, do you want to do this?" And like, all right. I should have given that chick who commented my name a piece, and I think I told her I owed her a beer when I next time I see her. I haven't seen her.
On a side note, there was this movie called Edge Play, which was about the Runaways, and the girl who made it was Vicky Blue, the ex-bass player, and she was interviewing Kim Fowley, and when Kim Fowley was talking, he had a guy next to him playing guitar, like just strumming guitar. So
in the documentary.
Right. So every scene that Kim Fowley was in, he said, you got to give me soundtrack rights because I'm on the soundtrack because I did the music for this movie.
Oh, right.
Because he had a guitar player, so it's kind of like the same thing.
Wow, yeah. Smart. That's a smart scumbag right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, that's insane. No, I mean, I told the guys right off the bat. They were like, I was like, you're getting like, I think it was like $700 to act in the thing, which honestly, like, they could have given us $5.
Yeah, that was scale.
Probably would have done it for free. I mean,
yeah, I mean,
not that you want to say so
we've
short.
Done that too. We knew HBO had money, but when they're like, this is what you're gonna get. I told them straight up, like, hey, this is what they're paying me because I'm singing, and they were. Like, I think Sam was like, what? And I was like, dude, I don't know what to tell you, man.
So
I think can't fight it.
I think if you have a speaking part, don't you have to get a SAG card?
I think it's only if you do it like 5 times.
Ah, okay, yeah.
So then for the second time we did it, though, it kind of came back anyway in our favor because the second time we were in it, which was the season finale, we used our own song. So, like, they're paying you not just for the performance, but also for your, like licensing of the song. So
and you'll get a little check for that every time it plays, right?
Yeah, we actually, Spencer, it was so funny, man. It was probably about 6 months ago. Spencer's like, you guys check your mailbox? And I was like, no. And he's like, dude, we got like residuals. I was like, oh shit, for like what, like 48 cents? And he's like, dude, it was like a couple $100.
Wow, that's
awesome. And then some time like passed after that, and it was much less.
Yeah.
I think I deposited a check like for $1 or something. But like we don't do like, it sounds super fucking corny, but like we don't do this shit for the money. It's just that it's such a crazy experience to be like sitting in the your HBO. The guy who wrote The Wire is there. It's like. It's just a funny story for us.
So the first song you guys did that was not your original, what song was it?
So they had us cover New Rose by The Damned.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right. And what was
which made sense.
Go ahead.
It made sense because they were like, it takes place in the city. Some fucking internet chimers were like, "Oh, is this supposed to be The Damned?" And I was like, "No, dude. It's supposed to be a band in the 70s, and back then, like, they would cover contemporary songs, so."
When you did that, did you guys, like, record New Rose, and then they overdubbed and you lip-sync to it, or did you guys just play it live? Like, do you have a recording of you guys doing New Rose?
We did.
The full song?
Yeah, so we did actually. We recorded it that morning. The morning that we shot, we were the first to shoot. We recorded it like on the stage
just
in
live.
the Hi-Hat, which is the club. Yeah, live. And then when it was time to finally shoot it, which was like 6 hours later, they had us play to that song in the background. But like, you know, we knew what we were doing.
You get your own
Right,
trailer?
but I mean,
No, of course not.
No.
You're holding with the rest of the schlubs. And everybody's like asking, like, they're like, because we see us sitting there, they're like, oh, like, what's up with you guys? And they're like, oh, we're the band. And they're like, oh, nice. Do you guys actually know each other? And we're like, no, we're actually a band. Like, and these are our own, not only that, we're not wearing wardrobe. These are our own clothes. Like,
Did they tell you to dress like punk rock, or they just said dress like you normally dress?
no, everybody, dude, it's HBO. They take this shit really seriously. You have to go see wardrobe. It's like a whole thing. You have to see wardrobe like days before they're filming the scene, and you meet with them and they take your measurements. But I showed up. I was like, hey, this is my, like, I think you might want to take a look at this. They're like, sure. So they see it, like, look at the shoes, they look at the jacket, whatever, my t-shirts, and they're just like, yeah, just actually that's perfect. Wear that, wear those, you can wear your shoes, you're all set, you're good to go, you're making our job way easier.
Oh, good.
And like, so everything you're seeing in that shoot, like, that's all fine.
It would have been kind of cool to get some clothes and be able to keep them.
Well, we talked about that. I was telling a buddy of mine. They had us try on. I might have been wearing it in the second episode. I'm not sure. They had me try on this New York Dolls shirt that was like, it could have put a set of twins through college. Like the thing was.
It was a real one, the real thing.
Real New York Dolls. It's bright yellow. I don't wear a lot of colors, but this one. I mean, fuck, I don't even know if I could wear it because it's like, you know, it's like stealing the Van Gogh, like, you know, stealing, like, you know, what can you do with it? You know, so, but I tried it on. I took a picture of myself and I posted on the internet. I was like, contemplating stealing this. What do you think? And I was like, that shirt was in 4 figures easily, like at one of those, you know, New York fucking vintage stores. But I thought better of it because they definitely have that shit very, very cataloged,
well guarded.
Oh, I'm sure. It's probably insured.
Yeah, and insured. And I hopefully I'd like to do this again someday if possible. And I don't want to spoil that. So
one last question before we get into the album. So did you get any kind of budget from Wicked Cool Records? Or they just pay for the recording, or they give you more than?
I don't really look over contracts. But I think what they did was, so we got like an advance, and whatever the album takes to record your advance is deducted from your advance. So
you get to keep what's left over.
Yeah, and then like the label recoups costs and this, that, and the third. But you know, like the fact that they're giving anything is fucking insane. Like, it's pretty much unheard of that a small label is going to pay for upfront for your recording at all.
Usually they'll just put it out.
Like, exactly. Like, to the fact that, like, you know, it would be sick to have anybody just willing to pay for the pressing of the shit, but you don't expect to have them pay for recording and make a little bit of money up front on top of that. But yeah, Wicked Cool does that, which was nice. And we definitely spent a lot of time in the studio on this album. We were going back like on and off over the course of like, it must have been 8 months. There was a pretty big gaps in between, but so, you know, that eats into it. But like I said, it doesn't really matter.
So was your friend's studio, or did they book the studio?
No, it was just, pretty much everything that's done at through Wicked Cool is done, as far as I know, at their on-site studio.
Oh, so you
got
pretty much unlimited studio
in the radio station. Yeah, they have and it's really cool. It's really nice, and they have the
guy Jeff Sanoff. He's their on-site like music producer,
That's
and
at
engineer.
Sirius?
It's not at like the Sirius offices. It's at Renegade Nations is the name of Little Steven's studio. It's in the West Village, separate from the Sirius office. But I'm pretty sure that the shows are recorded there, and then they're like sent over to Sirius, who will broadcast it out. Yeah.
Are you guys gonna are you doing a video for anything on this? Do they want you to do X amount of videos? Because you guys only did one video for the last album, right? You just did one for Contraband.
That's right.
Does Wicked Cool, like, is that part of the deal? You have to make videos, or
we don't have to, but they're always like, you really should. And they're right. The thing is, like, our videos are very fucking hard to shoot. Like, all of us work, plus the guys we usually have make these videos are like, the majority of them have been made by our friends, the Miller brothers. And they have big boy jobs too. So like, you're at the it's just like making videos is just fucking hard. But we did make a video. We made it with a buddy of ours, Randy Slavin. He's actually made the first video back when we were cherubs for City of Inbreds. And this video is
that's the one where you're just get at a party getting tattooed?
Yeah.
Were you really getting tattooed in that video, or?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I was. He made that one, and that video is actually going to probably be up this week. We've been trying to find a spot for it.
For a different song, or just like Neon Nightmare or something?
Oh, it's for Kiss and Tell. It's going to be the first one to get a video, and then hopefully, I'd love to make another one. Like I said, they're hard to make, but if we can do another one and put it out like a few weeks or a couple months, maybe, whatever, we'll see.
So what's like I know we're going to start doing the track by track, Michael, but I just kind of want to know, like, what is the what's sort of like does the band have like a goal as far as, do you guys just like where you're at with the sort of, you're in a cool rock scene with, like, that whole like Atlanta kind of Rambler, Ravagers, Tut Biters crew and all that kind of stuff? Is that like the level you guys like to be at? Or are you hoping to get commercial successful, or what's the
fuck? I mean, dude, I would love to. We're never like ever satisfied. We want to get bigger, but we've just like, it's always been, we're not really willing to, dumb down the song, certainly not the songwriting, or the production, but first and foremost the songwriting. We're not making like idiot rock for like,
we just did it. Michael just did a track by track of our last album together, and it was sort of like that was the one of the issues. So we get it. I didn't know if it was like you guys are just trying to keep it in the cool, like, hipster underground scene, or you're open to
a lot of that stuff shows up now in commercials anyway, so maybe this is a good time for it. I don't know. We had our first like call with a fucking licensing company just the other, like 3 days ago. So like the fact that they even want to work with us is good news, and hopefully we'll get some more of that going. And again, it's not so much to make money, it's just to give the band a little bit more notoriety, and then hopefully get on some bigger tours and
totally
see what happens.
We have a friend, Ian Cripps. I try to hype him up on you guys every 6 months or so, but he's flaky on. He's like, he's something in Atlantic Records. I'm like, you guys got to do something with this guy and just get Wyldlife on something. But, so I'll keep pestering him. Michael knows him well too. We'll start it's like Mick Cripps from LA Guns is his dad. So he pesters us all the time. He's having coronavirus nightmares right now. So we were just talking about that, but. All right, Michael, what do you think? Should we try this?
So, Dave, do you want to do this with us? Because you might not be able to hear the songs that well, and plus you'll hear our honest opinions of the songs. Do you want to do this with us? Or
are you hearing the entire album right now?
Well, I was going to play clips of every song, but the thing with this podcast setup here, I have the guy on. If you do it with the phone, the quality of the song on your end will probably be shit, and you'll think it sounds horrible.
No, why don't you guys just do it? And like honestly, like, hey, I trust your opinion. We're all friends here. And
we might not be after the thing's over.
That's true. Yeah, you're gonna definitely be like, yeah, they fucked up here. That's all right. Well, listen, you guys do it, and I'll listen to it, and then I can come back and tell you why you were wrong.
Okay, sounds good. All right, Dave, thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it. It was good.
Yeah, dude, thanks, Dave.
This was a blast. I really can't. I fucking pray that I'm going to be able to see you guys in person as soon as possible.
Are you home by yourself, or are you hanging out? Do you live with any of the guys in the band, or
I don't live with anybody in the band. My girlfriend and I live together.
So you guys can't see each other at all. The band.
Oh, the band. Yeah. It's we haven't. It's pretty fucking.
Yeah, this is fucking bullshit, man.
It sucks. It really sucks. But we're supposed to have. I'm knocking wood again. We're supposed to have this festival show in July out in Denver that I'm really, really hoping I don't even care if we have to fly out to play it if we can't book a tour. I just really want that show to happen. So
that's more of a punk rock show, right? Because I was looking into that because Denver is like a good middle ground for us. That's why we came out to that Fast Eddie one.
Yeah, they're gonna be playing it. They're playing it.
Oh, Fast Eddie is?
Yeah, it's got a little bit of everything. From there are some street punk bands on it and stuff, but there's some just straight like rock and roll bands like us on it. So yeah, if that thing doesn't get canceled, please come back because that's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, I want to catch up on that show, which one mention real quick. You have that song that Keeping Up with CT's the Chase Tail song, right?
Yep. Yeah.
I had never seen Rambler before. I came back telling Michael about them. That guy is an awesome front man.
Oh, he's great.
Yeah, I saw Heart Attacks a long time ago when Tucker was in the band.
Wow.
Back at South by Southwest about probably 10 or 15 years ago.
Oh, wow. In the parking lot?
No, it was at some little dive place.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, they're funny, man, dude. Case. Yeah, that song is my love letter to a friend. I don't know.
Yeah, I like it, man. That Rambler, they're fucking badass live. And then I like those Ravager guys too. So they all got good splinter off bands.
For sure.
I would message you too once in a while about like just random bands, and I think that's why I found out that Barracudas through you, which I turned Michael on to too. And dude, that guy's a great songwriter.
He's honestly one of my favorites, and he first of all, he gets his name dropped in Keeping Up with CT also, because the line is like Adrian and Tuck waiting patient to cut. That's Adrian Barrera. But yeah, he messaged me yesterday. He's like, dude, I love the album, and I'm gonna say this, and what's gonna come off as the most narcissistic sounding shit
my favorite
I could ever be. He goes, it reminds me a lot of the stuff that I would write.
Oh,
and I was like, I was like, hey man, we're friends. We listen to each other's music. It's only natural that we're going to have some influence crossover.
You think he accused you of ripping him off?
No, if he did, look, he probably was, but he was doing it very politely. He's like, no, I really love it. It reminds me of stuff I would write. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. We do listen to your band a lot, so I don't know.
Yeah, I wish they would come out with another album. Not fucking... Whatever, the one with the jerk on it and all that shit. That's a great. I can't remember what it's called. Can Do Easy. Yeah, that album. They're supposed to be broken up, but I'm fucking praying that
we played their what was supposed to be their last show, and they've done one-off reunion shows in Spain since then. So anything's possible if they put out another album. I'm fucking gonna go ballistic.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Cool. All right. Well, thanks, Dave. You got anything else, Michael?
No, thanks for coming on, Dave. I appreciate it.
Dude, so my pleasure. Anytime.
All right, you can go drink now.
I've been drinking this whole time.
Oh, good.
Perfect.
Good. Right. Casey's not allowed to drink anymore. So.
Well, I'm on a hiatus. I'm almost at a year.
Good for you, man.
Well, we'll see. We'll see you in Denver.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
All right.
Thanks
guys.
for coming on. Talk to you later.
All right. Thanks. All right. I'm going to try to disconnect him, Michael.
All right.
All right. Let's see here. You still there?
I'm here.
Okay. I think I got rid of. All right. Well, there you go. Dave Feldman.
All right. Well, there you go. I thought he'd never leave. I'm kidding. All right.
And did you record all that, or are we having a Dwight Twilley moment?
No, it's so far it's recording, and I have a backup recording going.
Because I roll like Joe Klein, where you lose that interview.
You'll no longer be my friend. I know.
There might be issues.
Unless both recordings fuck up, we should be okay. How much time do I have left on this backup? I think we're okay.
We're doing good. We can dive into this record.
Oh, it says battery low. Oh, motherfucker.
Oh, no. On what?
On the backup. On the backup.
On the RODECASTer?
On the backup.
You need to do something, or can we continue?
Let me pause this and go get a battery, and just so in case something fucks up. Okay, so I'm gonna pause it and give me 2 seconds.
Do I stay on the? Okay.
Yeah, stay on the phone. All right, we are back. All right,
We're
ready
back.
to do the track by track of the new Wyldlife record here?
You know it.
All right. First song, so there's 11 songs on the album. For people who have never heard the Rock and Roll Geek Show, that we have a scoring system here. We being your friend Michael Butler have a scoring system. If there's 11 songs, if you like the song, give it a +1. If it's okay, I give it a half. And if it sucks, give it a 0. And then you tally them all up. So if there's 11 songs and we like 2 of those 11 songs, we give it a 2 out of 11. So that's how the scoring system goes. Very unscientific, but also it seems to work out extremely scientific for some reason. All right, ready to do this, Casey?
I'm ready. You are doing that little breakup thing right now. I don't know.
Check.
But...
Sounds okay.
Okay.
All right, so I'm kind of glad that Dave's not doing this with us, because we can give a little bit more honest about it.
Mm-hmm.
So first song, Deathbed.
Okay.
All right.
Now, do you like to? I like to. Are we trying to pick the influences that you're hearing on these songs as well?
Whatever you want to do. I wasn't going to do that, but you can do that.
I hear moments of things on certain songs, and I wanted to. I'll get more into it with them next interview.
We'll probably only play up like through the first chorus or something, because Casey can't when something with this RODECASTer, and I'm trying to get in touch with the people at RODECASTer, but if this person is on the phone hearing the music, the sound quality gets really shitty really fast, and I thought it was what? Go ahead.
At this very moment, it's like, I don't know if it's just happening on my end, so you might need to just edit this out real quick. But like, it's doing a total like you're fully chopped up.
All right, I'm gonna pause this, and you're gonna call me back, okay?
Okay, I'll do that. Okay. And we're back.
All right, we're back. Okay,
we're back again.
So the first song is called Deathbed. Anything to say? I'm just let it. We'll play a little bit of. So, what I was saying is, the RODECASTer, when you're on the phone hearing the music, this sounds like really bad. And I thought it was a defective unit, but we called my friend and donor of the Rock and Roll Geek Show, Dave Jackson from School of Podcasting, who is an expert on all things podcasting. If he doesn't know what's wrong with it, then it can't be fixed. So he has a RODECASTer, and he played music for us on the phone, and it did the same thing. So it's not. I think it's something with the RODECASTer itself, not my unit.
Maybe it's just something that they weren't aware of, because it's like maybe I need to get a RODECASTer so then we can have a top quality.
You know what it is? Podcasters don't play music on their podcasts.
Oh, so it's not important to be able to hear.
Exactly. Fuck podcasters. Fuck them. Fuck them.
Well, Michael, it's why you're a professional radio show, and the rest of these podcasters are just some asshole in their.
No, it's why I'm an unprofessional radio show. Don't get me started. All right. I know you're busting my balls, but I don't care. All right, first song, Deathbed. We'll probably take it like through the first chorus, because Casey's gonna be hearing noise, but he's heard the song.
Yeah, I'm good to go. You play it however you need to, and I'm a professional.
He'll rise
Eddie Trunk
above
just texted me and told me
to
just deal with it. Yeah.
Oh, Eddie Trunk texted me and said you're not allowed to play music on a podcast.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So
all right.
He texted me and told me just to deal with the.
Go ahead.
Joke's over. Lost opportunity.
Yeah. You're not allowed to play music on a podcast, even though you just had the singer who wrote all the songs and said, play the music. So, but you're still not allowed to play music on a podcast.
Is that like a real thing that that people are saying?
It's a
like a licensing. It's
kind of
like
unwritten
a copyright thing.
Fuck them.
Fuck them. We're goddamn.
What? Hey, listen, I'm locked down under Corova. Come get
That's
the
right.
money, you piece of fuck you.
come grab it out of our cold dead hands.
Exactly.
Our
I'm my
cold,
feverish,
itchy,
and I'm going to leave the Corova on me. So when you go,
clammy hands.
my sweat-filled, fever-ridden, virus-infected hand. All right, Deathbed.
You want it forever, you got this instead. So I'll say sayonara and sigh one last breath. I'll engineer down in my deathbed. So turn up the volume, turn up my IV. Joey and Bowie and little old me, we're all casting shadows from our deathbed. And my deathbed is a place where can't nobody control me. And my deathbed is a place where you and I don't.
All right. So I'm hearing, if you're going to start talking about influences, I hear a little bit of Buzzcocks in there.
Okay, I hear that. I hear what with the intro, and I was kind of wondering. I don't know if they're younger guys. I mean, I don't know how old they are. I think they're definitely younger than you and I. But I hear like that intro reminded me of that Green Day song a little bit. Wake Me Up When September Ends.
Oh, right. I didn't hear that. Okay.
Just the sort of acoustic and the vocal thing and the melody was kind of familiar to that. And I just wonder if they're, if Green Day was lame at that when they were growing up, because when I was a kid, like Green Day was awesome, but it was before Dookie came out, you know what I mean? So I don't know if they're too commercial to be influenced by them or what, but that's what I hear.
A little bit more
bit
of Deathbed. I'm going to fast forward it to where I think the solo might be here. I'll back it up a little bit farther.
You almost spot on there.
Yeah, almost. All right. What do you give Deathbed, Casey?
I give Deathbed a +1. I think it's a great album opener, and I think it sounds like a solid Wyldlife song. And I definitely give it a +1. How do you score it? I'm writing these scores down.
As far as songs go, it is probably the most standard written song. Like, in other words, like the most, I guess the word would be generic, but it's not really a generic song, but it's like the most typical songwriting type song. It's got the resolve, the that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But I give it a +1. It's a catchy tune. I like it.
When I first heard that song, because you asked me what I thought you would think of the album yesterday, and as soon as I heard that, and I think it's got like it's hard to hear it just in my memory right now, but I feel like it has like a sort of a change at the end of the song too.
Oh, let me get it to the end of the song.
Like there's almost like a chorus out or something. Something different happens, I think. And I remember having a moment like, oh, Michael's got to love this album. It might have been a different song later.
Let me hear it.
My deathbed is a place where can't nobody control me. And my deathbed is a place where you and I don't have to feel lonely anymore. So I'm calling out to you from your speakers. I'll come through, and I'm making room for two in my deathbed.
Well, it doesn't do anything, but it's catchy as hell. It's a great tune. I love it. Big +1.
Big +1.
All right. Next.
What do you
go
ahead?
Ahead.
Big +1 because you use big +1 a lot. Big
yes.
+1 is it almost needs to add like a 0.2. You know what I mean? So
yeah, but you're not allowed to do that on the scoring system. Right. So it's a way of adding a little point without actually adding a point.
It's a big +1.
So you could have an album that's all big +1s, which would be an album that's better than an album of all +1s.
I got you. Okay.
All right. It's my scoring system. I can do whatever the hell I want with it.
I agree. I'm just trying to make sure I understand the mind of Michael Butler.
All right. There are softer +1s on this album, and there are bigger +1s on this album too. All right.
I hear you on that.
All right, next song, the first single, Neon Nightmare. Neon Nightmare.
I've been hunting something, but I just can't grab it. My night vision's depleted. Tried my acoustic tendencies, picked up electric habits.
All right off the bat, I'm in 100%.
Oh yeah, I have this 7-inch. I got the 7-inch when it came out. This song's awesome, and this song definitely has a great
Chorus.
bridge.
Okay.
Well, it has a great chorus, and it's got a great bridge at the end, where and it's sort of like it's a good. I don't know. I like this tune.
More-
I like it. I like it a lot.
I think it's just what I needed. I sit back and boy, you listen. A jet black GT transmission, and it's safe to say we're living in a neon nightmare. And it's safe to say the devil's at your door.
$1 million chorus.
I agree. This is a big plus one for me.
Get it to what I think the solo might be around. Okay.
And it's safe to say the devil's at your door. And it's safe to say, baby, I'm a neon nightmare, baby. And it's safe to say, there's nothing safe no more. Chiaki said he gotta go in his own way. Chiaki said it should have happened a long time ago. Chiaki said he gotta go in his own way. Chiaki said it should have happened a long time ago. Chiaki said he gotta go in his own way. But where Chiaki went, I just don't know. Chiaki said he gotta go in his own way. Chiaki said.
All right, I'm pausing it so you can hear it again some more. This is solo, great solo, little harmony guitars.
I can hear what's going on. So I'm
It's
glad
safe to
with that.
say we're living in a neon nightmare. And it's safe to say the devil's at your door. And it's safe to say, baby, I'm a neon nightmare, baby. And it's safe to say there's nothing safe no more. We're living in a neon nightmare. Baby, I'm a neon nightmare, baby. We're living in a neon nightmare. Baby, I'm a neon nightmare, baby.
Okay, Neon Night. What do you give that one, Casey?
I give that a big +1.
All right, I'll give that one a +1 as well. That's
Yeah,
a hit
I
song. If there's such thing as a hit song, that's a hit song.
Yeah, I mean, you listen to that song and it's just like these guys get how to write a good, catchy rock song. You know what I mean? It's accessible and it's just I don't know. I'm like reading through the lyrics as we're listening along, and the guy's a fucking great lyricist too. You know what I mean? It's like he's got this sort of, I've said it probably last time we talked about him, but he's got like this Bon Scott thing where it's like clever and witty and they're cool lyrics, but they're not. It's like you can tell he's a smart guy, but it's not pretentious like Jawbreaker lyrics or something like that. You know what I mean?
It's not like Lights Go Low, sold out show type lyrics.
Exactly. Nothing like that. So it's I like that you're quite the talent there, Michael Butler. You get a compliment and a jab at the same time.
Oh, why did you make up those lyrics?
No, I didn't make up those lyrics. That was definitely not me.
I'm gonna take a guess who made those up, but I'm not gonna say who it is. All right.
Well,
So I had already heard Neon Nightmare. I played it on the
too.
Rock
I've heard
and
that
Roll
one a
Geek
bunch
Show.
of times.
I did not hear Deathbed, which it was okay. It was a good song. It was a little bit kind of a standard. I liked it. I was like, okay, that's good. It's catchy.
And the other thing I like about this record, and I like about their other records, is it seems like there's a little bit of thought put into it being an
Sequencing?
album.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's like the first song is just they did that I think with like it's called Rock and Roll or whatever the album is. You know, it's just kind of a quick little 2-minute punk number to get
little short barn burner.
Exactly. Get the Salvation Clans working a
Okay,
little
so
bit.
and I had already heard the Neon number. So now is when I start getting a little bit, say, all right, well, I've heard that song. All right, now we're getting a little bit deeper into it. Am I going to like it? So next
Track
song. Track 3. Get Well is what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Get Well.
Get Well.
Which, by the way, when
It's gonna be their video single, right?
What's that?
Isn't that what he said? This is gonna be their video.
No, they say Kiss and Tell.
Oh, Kiss and Tell.
But Get Well is a term that was used when I went to that. Featherwitch went to a ceremony together, which was like this Indian ceremony where we drank peyote or something and shoved alcohol, like rubbing alcohol in our face, which was called Florida water, and it was called Get Well when you.
Well, you don't do Florida water with peyote, but you do it with Wachuma. Oh yeah, I've gotten well many a times in many a paper bag.
Yeah, Get Well means throw up, which I don't think that's what this is about.
You know, I don't know. I don't know if it's about. It's probably not about throwing up peyote in a Native American ceremony, but
all right.
But it could be about barfing.
Okay, here we go. Get Well. All right, so when I was getting to the third song, I remembered when they kind of put me down for saying that I liked all the rollers and they liked the more of the rockers when we talked about them.
They didn't put me
down, but they liked more of the.
It's the Wyldlife.
They liked more of the rockers.
Yes.
And so I'm thinking, well, okay, is this I'm going to be more?
I remember what it was. You were asking if they were going to do because you were all high on These Days.
Yeah, which is a
great song.
Catchy as hell pop tune.
Yes.
So I'm thinking, are they going to put more, or because they seem to like more of the rockers and less of the pop tunes? So is this album going to be more like that? So when I heard this, I got a big smile on my face. I'm going, yeah, another roller.
This is like.
Go ahead.
Oh, I said this song to me has like a total kind of like Tim era
replacements
vibe. Yeah, this song's great. This is one of the standout songs on the album in my opinion. I love this song.
We haven't got to the standout for me yet, but yeah. That little outro there is a little bit of
it's like
Left of the Dial. Or Left of the Dial or
with Little Mascara.
Yeah, you're right, Little Mascara. A little mascara. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right. What do you give Get Well?
I mean, I give Get Well a huge +1. That song's fucking excellent.
I agree with you. It's a well-crafted tune, even though it's a little bit replacements, but doesn't matter.
I love the replacements.
Exactly.
I mean, and this, I don't know. I feel like that maybe it's Kiss and Tell. There's a song that has like a cool turnaround that I remember just thinking, oh, this is the Michael. But I knew you would love this song too. I mean, it's right up your alley.
It's a great pop tune, and I love it. Should I play more of it? I'm just going to let. If you want to hear
Give
more,
one
just, a little bit.
I like hearing more.
A little more of it.
'Cause we can reminisce every
We'll fast forward. Oh, breakdown here.
You ain't gonna ask for my permission, but you gotta beg for my forgiveness. It's a sickness, and I don't wanna get well. And you can tell me that it's none of my business, and you can tell it, but it don't mean to miss that. It's a sickness, and you don't wanna get well. Get well. Tell me now, what's the difference?
All right, there's Get Well. Great tune. Big
Great tune.
plus one for me. All right, next song, Kiss and Tell, which I think was the first one that they released. Is it the first one? It's either the first or second one. Neon Nightmare or Kiss and Tell.
I think Kiss and Tell was second, and then maybe Automatic was third or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I think this was their second one they released.
All right, Kiss and I don't know if I played this on the Rock and Geek Show or not. But here's Kiss and Tell. All right, what does that sound like?
To me, that's what I was saying to him. It's kind of got the vibe of, like I was saying, every album kind of has this. Do you remember that song "Son of a Bitch"?
No.
On the, I think it was their second record. It's got this sort of, to me, it has this weird undertones of like, almost like death rock or something. I know that's not what they're going for. So I don't think it's the right description, but it's bass heavy, dark, kind of. I don't know what.
All right. I like the vocal.
I like it.
I like the vocal phrasing.
Yeah.
Being so used up to my own tricks until I fell down and ended up so sick of sunlight someday, praying that I might not need this medication. Till then I'm down here waiting, and I'd rather be ignored than be undone. Yeah, that's for sure. Got lost, so lost, such a lost cause. And affection ain't my thing. I think it's time we parted. Got your money in the glove compartment. I'm so shot now. To the point of no return.
That is a little bit.
When you mouth it, it's my Sharona.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't hear it until you did that.
All right. So, what do you give this song? Kiss
I
and
give the
Tell.
song +1. I like this song. I mean, I think the song's cool, and it's got like a good. I like the way they kind of split the chorus in half. So it's like a teaser chorus the first time around, and then you kind of come in with the full. Rather waste time on the wishing well. What do you give it?
I like the song, but I'm going to give it a plus. I'm going to give it a half. This is my least favorite song on the album.
This is not my least favorite song on the album,
Huh.
and even my least favorite song.
Your least favorite song
I'm
better
still gonna
not
play
be.
one.
Okay.
What do you think my least favorite song is?
I'm going to guess Automatic.
No. That's a great song.
All right. Okay, good. All right. So I give it a half just so I can keep my rock credibility because I can't give an album a perfect. But all right, I'm giving it a half.
No, okay.
I like the song, but I just want to be a little bit different. So I'm going to give it a half. What?
Okay. All right.
It's
I
a
think-
strong half. It's a strong half. It could be a soft one, actually.
I think it's a soft 1 more than a strong half, personally. I mean, I just think it's a 1.
All right,
But,
I'll play a little bit longer, see if you can see if my mind changes.
Send that 3-day weekend, 4-day
fast forward a little bit. Solo's good.
Yeah.
I like the fact that he's harmonizing his solos. I like that.
Yeah. He's a good guitar player.
Yeah, he's great. And he's a great songwriter, too.
Yeah.
Or a song craftsman. He's a great craftsman.
I agree. I would like to interview him.
I thought I saw something that I need. He just left me in the streets. He just left me here.
I'm gonna probably guess that this is Dave's favorite tune on the album, or
You think so?
Falcon.
I mean,
this one or the
it's
Falcon.
It's got good mood to it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like it's got a little bit of I don't know what a roller coaster type of thing going. You know what I mean? So it's like it's up. It breaks it down. It's not just a blaster.
Yeah, this is probably Wyldlife
Was
fans.
this a roller or a rocker to you?
They probably consider this a rocker. This is probably their fan base. This is probably their favorite song on the album. I'm gonna guess.
You think their fan base this is their favorite song?
I would think so, but I don't know their fan base. I mean, this is my guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll let it go a little bit farther. You haven't changed my mind yet.
Okay.
I said I thought I saw something that I needed. You just left me in the streets, and you just left me here. I'd rather be ignored than be adored. Yeah, that's a sure. Rather waste time on a wishing well.
All right, I'm gonna guess that this is their favorite song to play too. It sounds like it would be a fun one to play, but I'm still giving it a half. I'm strong
All right.
half.
Okay.
Not that I don't like the song. I'm just gonna give it a half.
I understand you, Michael.
All right. Next song is called Automatic.
I bet you love this song.
All right, right there. First
That's all set for
line
you?
of the verse. I'm in. I'm all in. Head first.
Yeah, you love a ballad.
Is this a ballad?
I mean, I would call this a ballad. I would call it a rockin' ballad. I mean, it's not like a fucking Every Rose Has Its Thorn.
I think it's just
ballad,
total
but
pop.
It's like this is their Unhappily Ever After.
Really? All right.
No, but
Go ahead.
you were right though. Jumping back to that Heartbreak album real quick. That was Brian Forsyth on Unhappily Ever After, but I think that's the only song he played the solo on.
All right.
But he came and ripped that thing. That was bad.
You did a great job. All right.
Back to Automatic.
Young lovers come and go. I can't take it more than half of the time.
Fantastic.
I take orders, open to close, but which one of you is gonna take mine?
Simple lines intertwining.
So I'm reading the lyrics while we're listening to this. They're up on Bandcamp, and this is sort of like what I'm gathering is this the tale of a bartender that has to tolerate couples coming in, and so it's kind of cool. It's a clever song.
Yeah, that makes it even better.
Right, because it sounds like it's a sort of love song or like a heartbreak song
Yeah.
you're singing to your girl, and it's really just about fucking annoying customers and the shit you got to put up with. That's my interpretation.
That makes it
I
even
could
better
be wrong,
to
but
me.
Dave, if that's what's happening, let us know. That you send how do you send an email? Rock and Roll Geek.
rockandrollgeek at gmail.com with the subject line, Butler, you're a prick for not liking my favorite song on the album, Kiss and Tell.
And Casey Crenshaw, you are a genius, my friend, for the interpretation of Automatic.
Put all of that in the subject line. All right.
Okay.
So when you want it down to who knows when, just so you know you got my blood on the stand.
Oh, please. When you got, I'm in. I'm sold.
Yeah, there's a credit on there that is Sasha. Oh, this is like, it's not Dick Sheets, but it's Sasha
Schuit.
Shades. It might be Shades. It might be Sasha Shades. It's Sasha Shibik.
Schuit.
Yes, there you go. Thank you. Sings harmonies on automatic. I don't know who that is. Let's while you play the song, I'll try to figure out who this is for you.
This song gets better. Every part gets better.
The song's awesome.
See, I didn't know there was a girl background singer. I thought it was him doing the high parts. But okay, I still
he's got a lady on him.
Say it with flowers, say you're sorry, and save some romance. Say it with flowers, circumvent your circumstance.
That might be a throwaway line, but I think it's a great line.
What was the line?
Say it with flowers, say it's I don't even...
Circumvent your circumstance.
There you go, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's clever. I think it's a clever line.
No, it's super clever
What you
song.
want, just don't forget our arrangements. I'll be the mouthpiece long as I get the payments. Yeah, kids.
Background vocals, make the tune. Good job, whatever your name is.
Schuit.
You're doing a good job on the background vocals and make the tune.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they're high in the mix. They're higher up than Dave's lead vocals. I like that.
I agree.
I'm with her, and everyone knows it. You try to see your first date. That's my hourly wage. That's my hourly wage.
That's a little American Heartbreak.
It is. It's got
Well,
that sort of
not,
power pop.
it's got typical. Well, American Heartbreak did a lot of that stuff because we like that kind of. But I like the simple little melodic guitar.
That's right.
Oh fuck!
What the hell's
Don't
happening?
tell me. Okay. That's great.
You're losing you.
Uh-oh. Am I losing you? Check.
Oh, there you go. I had, never mind. It was just that issue. As long as you're hearing things, we're good.
All right. Fan fucking tastic tune. Once I heard this, which I had already heard this anyway, but I already heard this song, so I'm not all the way in fully sold yet because because there's already 3 songs I had already heard. But that song is when I heard it, when I played it on the Rock and Roll Geek Show before, which was like 2 episodes ago, that's a huge +1.
I agree. I give that a huge +1 as well. Excellent song. And yeah, and again, it goes back to like working really well in the album. You know, it's placed in a good spot in the album. I did a little search on it. I was trying to figure out who that lady is, which I don't know. But this, according to XHE Music, which is some sort of, I don't know, looks like a Latin music zine or something, but maybe it's Italian. I don't know. But the track was both inspired by the Jesus and Mary chain and named after one of their albums. Okay. Featuring harmony vocals by friend of the band, Sasha. Hit your butt, Sasha Shibik.
Sasha. What is
Schuit?
What is she? She's not the girl who sang in that offshoot of Fast Eddie, is it?
Dirty Few. No, that is Kim Fat.
That's I like her. But what's this?
She's awesome.
What's this girl look like?
I haven't found a picture of her. I'm trying to see if she's in a band or what. You can Google her name and nothing really comes up. And then I Googled New York, her name in New York, and I haven't gotten her yet. I haven't properly stalked her yet.
I'm going to guess she's probably pretty attractive. Anyway, all right, next song. So you give that one a +1, all right. So
I give that one a huge +1 also, Michael. That's a big +1.
2 huge, as we did on Good Clean Fun, 2 massive erect nipples. All right, crime of the scene.
I don't know about that. I'm not on that show.
All right, right there.
Oh, I love this song.
Right there, I said, all right, this album is fucking great. Just as soon as I heard that.
Exactly. This is another one. This is a standout track on the. I have this one starred as a standout track as well. On
Absolutely.
This is a great song.
It's got the descending chords, which is always a winner.
That's sad.
Oh yeah, come on. Simple 3 chords, lines intertwining. It's fucking great. Total roller tune.
Totally.
And when I heard this song, I was on this song when I was getting ready to pack up and go, and I said, "Oh, this fucking album's all rollers." I immediately got on their Facebook, on the Wyldlife Facebook, and said, "This album's all rollers. Thank you."
Mm-hmm.
The way we hit the snail and everything in between. A few move annihilations, alright, it was GTA. But we don't always drive it as fast as we can, just cruising down the wrong one way. And if you wanna go out,
that's awesome right there.
Yes, and the lyrics.
That halftime breakdown. Oh yeah, the lyrics are. I mean, are you reading along with them?
Yes. Well, I don't know. I'm not reading the lyrics. I'm just listening to them.
If you go on Bandcamp, he has all his lyrics printed up on there next to each track.
I like when you go out, watch out for the boys in blue. It's a great line.
Yeah. I mean, that's Michael Butler's dream chorus right there. This is the one where I'm like that when that tag comes in there in the chorus, that's the song.
That puts the cherry on top of the whipped cream, man.
That's the type of chorus you would write.
That
right there.
I wish that's the kind of chorus I wish I could write.
That's better worded.
You got catchy as hell verses.
Yeah, the halftime sets it up good too.
Total hook pre-chorus, going into a hook chorus, going into a massive hook end of chorus, topper offer, or whatever you call it.
Totally, that's the end cap there. That's hard to do. That's like you can set up with like that, super catchy, and a lot of times it flubs out. On
that, friends, is how you craft a song. I'm going to let this song play, and I'm going to go piss out the balcony again. Okay. You know who this song reminds me of?
Who's
this
that?
This is a Tommy Stinson tune.
Like a Bash and Pop? Or
yeah. Or just a
what song?
Just it doesn't sound like any just particular vibe, tune. Yeah, it just has that style.
Yeah, I hear it. I mean, it's catchy.
One of my favorite songs of the album. This is a huge +1.
Okay, so I can safely write that down for Michael Butler.
Write that down. Big +1.
Big +1. I agree wholeheartedly.
Fucking great tune, man. Play the you motherfuckers. You better play this live when you come. If you come out, if we ever have shows again, you better play this live when I come see you, or I'm going to be pissed off.
Yeah, hopefully they'll come. I mean, I think that like unfortunately our fucking city is the worst for supporting rock, because there was, besides you and me, there was maybe 4. Wow, there weren't many people there. And the Oakland one, same deal. But man, it's a shame, because I wish they would come every time they toured. But we might just have to go down to LA or something to catch them.
All right, I'm gonna let this song go a little bit more here. Breakdown.
Oh yeah.
You know what I say about great songs? They got to have a breakdown.
That is what you say.
They don't have to, but it what helps the song.
Helps make it great.
Please.
Yeah, that part right there, hang on for a second. That part there is fucking cool as fuck because it's like, it's kind of got, you know, the breakdown, it's kind of got this clap along. It's almost like borderline kind of.
It's almost,
like
come on,
choir.
everybody, let's hear it.
Right,
Get your hands in the air.
Yeah, when you I need a witness, it's got this sort of gospel choir thing. And then it
Yes.
goes back into that, like, just sort of, I don't know how you call it, just super fucking glitter pop drum beat into the fucking, it's awesome. This song rules.
This song is fucking fantastic. Friends, if you're going to write a good tune, listen to this song.
It's a good song to rip off.
You're coming after. Oh, please. Man, write a song like this and give it to a girl. You're getting laid, motherfuckers.
This is true.
Wow, that is a great song. That is a fucking great song. Kudos to you guys in Wyldlife for that tune.
I agree.
That might be the best song of the year.
Yeah. What month are we in? April? But I think it'll hold up as the best song of the year. You might be right. That song is, I love it. I agree, Michael.
When I heard that song, I just said, that's it. Best album of the year, just based on that song. There's not going to be a better album this year. This album is fucking great. Just from that song.
Their last album was the best album of the year too. So, I think maybe you ranked it number 2 if I remember.
I think because maybe Bash and Pop, that Anything Can Happen was number 1.
Right. That's a great record. I would have,
All right, go ahead.
Anyways.
Next song, Sacre Bleu. Which I think is about, maybe they went and toured, they did a show in Canada and it wasn't such a great experience, which is a little bit of a song, which American Heartbreak had a similar song, well, not similar style, but a similar subject song called Postcards from Hell.
I thought Sacre Bleu was like that baked chicken with ham and cheese in the middle.
Yeah, I think there's some lyrics in here that says they went to Canada and played and it didn't turn out so great or something.
You didn't like my. That was just
that was a bad joke. I didn't pay attention. It was stupid. It was very stupid. All right, are you done with the comedy, or can we keep moving?
We can continue. And again, nice job on the sequencing here, because this song is like straight. This song reminds me of. Did you ever like the band the New Bomb Turks? Do you know them?
Yeah, American Heartbreak played with them in France.
We played with them in not Dusseldorf. What the hell is that?
I thought it was France because that Frenchy girl.
It wasn't France. I can't remember the name of the town, but it was. Yeah, that was fucking awesome. They broke that guy. I gladly loaned the guy my Les Paul when he broke a string because I loved that band. But they had this album called At Rope's End, which is it was a killer record back in the day. And this song reminds me of that. So I was into this song right away. You remember Brant from Please Kill Me Radio?
Uh-huh.
Of course. We have like a text chain going, me and him and one other friend, and we just pretty much are emailing, songs back and forth to each other, especially now while we're on lockdown. And I can't sell them on Wyldlife for whatever reason. They just like him and Dobbin both. Dobbin, also he came to the show at the Hemlock. Yeah. He likes it all right, but.
Did they not like the high pitched vocals? Is that what it is?
Well, Brant likes super. Brant loves like shitty production. He loves like black metal. He
likes lo-fi shit.
Lo-fi, right. So so this is, I think, it's too slick. But even this song, he's like, that song's actually pretty cool. He's like, he could keep. So for like a punk rock type of garage rock fuzz fan, this song kind of quenches that thirst for that type of thing. Which I love. I like that kind of stuff, but I have Brant is very specific to what he likes.
I just
And
don't
he's very
understand why
opinionated about
people
it.
don't like great pop songs. I don't know.
I don't get it either. And it's not like because it's not like fucking some shitty pop song. It's still got punk. It's got tons of punk rock.
It's got
all
tons
over
of
it.
edge to
It's
it.
got tons of. It's totally. It's gritty. It's like got everything. It's why it's their. In my opinion, they're one of the best bands out there because it covers all the bases very well. It does it all well, and it doesn't sound contrived in any way. So I don't know. That's my opinion on it. But anyways, Brant thought this was a good. We call this a barn burner, Michael. You and I, but
All right. Sacre Bleu. Here you go. I took a jet back to Paris, France, looking for. Okay.
I really like that line.
I love that line.
I know you do.
It's true. Girls in France do have hairy tits.
But they all had hairy pits.
They do. It's true. All right, that's going to France. I have bad experiences. Okay, not Canada.
What is?
Now I'm wondering why little Steven listened to this 5 songs 5 times in a row. Probably to catch all the lyrics.
Maybe, yeah. And it does say the one verse is about going to Paris, the other one's going to Montreal.
Yeah.
So you did have that right. What is Sacre Bleu, Michael?
Isn't it like when a French guy goes, "Holy shit," or something like that?
I don't know. I
Like,
thought
Sacre
you
Bleu. It's like son of a bitch, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
It's like,
see,
God,
yeah.
God dang it. Something like that.
Yes,
But
yeah,
I don't speak
a
French.
French expression of surprise,
Yeah,
exasperation, or dismay. Okay.
How smart is your friend Michael Butler?
Holy shit! If you think this man's a genius, send him an email. Let him know. Subject line: Michael Butler, you are a fucking brilliant man and good looking to boot.
Well, it's not that far, but
All right, well, let's say that.
exactly. Canada, blow.
And that's a great little like punk rock chant thrown in there.
Yeah,
you know,
it was a
just
great
little,
headache. Your fists in the air.
Yeah, exactly.
USA, big
Yeah,
headache.
exactly.
Who rhymes USA with big headache? That's great.
Yeah.
I like that line too. They said they're sick of me. Feeling goes both ways.
Yeah.
I like the Farajaka. Did you catch that?
I know. I just heard it now when you said it, but I didn't catch
Farajaka.
Very clever.
I like the little triangle. Great breakdown.
Yeah.
All right, That's a good punk rocker.
That's that's a fun song to see live right there. That one's that's a song you need that in the set. I give that one a +1.
That's a song you put after you play Crime of the Scene in the set.
Exactly.
Hint,
back up.
When you come to San Francisco or somewhere in the Bay Area, you can put those two together. So to justify playing a pop tune like Crime of the Scene. All right, next song,
Wait.
Go ahead.
How are you giving that a +1?
Oh yeah, I give it a +1. I give it a +1. How about you?
I gave it a +1 as well.
All right. We got we're on the 8th song out of 11 songs. Year of the Snake. I don't remember this. I can listen to this one again here. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess this is kind of a rocker too. He was right. There's not all rollers on this album.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Do you hear when I hear that song kick in, I hear Hazy Shade of Winter.
Yeah, you're right. You are absolutely right. Yeah, the down, no.
And the beat that kind of go at the same time. So
yeah.
Side to side, I might survive. I just can't seem to shake it. So much cold blood, how can I throw to waste it? By the time I left the world, said I was.
All right, what do you give this one?
This was actually the I would say my least favorite on the album.
Okay.
And I would still give it a soft 1. But if I were to give a half to anything on this album, it would probably be this one. It's got some cool parts, but I like the Hazy Shade of Winter rip. But yeah, I don't know. This was not the strongest. This was the least strongest song on the album, in my opinion. And I think that on this one too, I was kind of like a little thrown off by, there's like a slide solo in it that he's such a good guitar player. I was kind of a little bit underwhelmed by the slide solo. I feel bad saying that.
So if I can take it to the slide solo here.
There's never been so much at stake, but stop giving no take in the year of the snake.
All right. So you're giving it a half. You give it a +1. You give it a soft 1.
I give it a soft 1 or a hard half.
Which is it? Which is it?
Well, a hard half and a soft 1's almost the same thing. If you're
no, it's got to be a 1 or a half.
I'm going to give that one a half.
All right. I will also give it a half. All right. Next song, Tulsa Superstar.
She plays so well, but can't tell which move to make next. Unapologetic, apoplectic, something to that effect. Well, me, I'm sorry for transgressions against my friends. It's just all of my obsessions. Common sense wasn't one of them.
What do you think I think of this tune?
I think you like the song.
How do you like it?
I like it. I think, but I will admit that I get a total picture when I've heard the song, and every time I hear it, I picture that Foo Fighters video where he's like going around with all the candy or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? The one where he's got
Big
like
Me.
jujubes or whatever. I don't know what the song is. I don't. It feels like it reminds you of that for whatever reason. I don't know if that was their intention. I don't know if I like that or not, but I think the song's cool. I like it. I think it's a little bit I would say it's the most different on this album, personally. What do you think of it?
I'll let it go longer.
I still give it a +1. Do you hear the Foo Fighters thing in there? Am I just making that up?
It's similar style. When I was in the Flexipleasers, I made up a song that was similar too, called "The Ugliest Person in the Whole World." But anyway, that's a different story. It was about me, by the way. It was about myself. But
I assumed you would write that about yourself. You have a very low self-esteem. I love that one.
It's about somebody in Tulsa.
Yeah, I love
Could be that
line.
girl who sings in the Fast Eddie offshoot band.
I mean, she's in Denver, but maybe it is. I don't know.
Okay.
I like that. I love that line though. It's a super simple line, but it sticks out every time to me. It's just, and thank God for rock music. It really is the best. I love that line.
Yeah, it's
I like
yeah.
this. I like this song.
It's a little tongue in cheek. I like it.
Yeah,
I give this song a huge +1.
A huge +1. All right,
Huge
good. That's what I
+1.
thought. I give it a +1. I wasn't. You were making me think maybe you were on the fence.
Wait a minute.
You were giving it a big +1.
How
Huge
come
+1.
How come I'm on number 10 already? What the fuck is going on?
Well,
here?
10's the next song. Maybe you just ended number 9.
Yeah, I got the.
Well,
I
it was
got
at the end of the track.
Scores wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I'm writing down my score and your score, so I'm keeping
the-
track of both.
Okay, I see what's going on. Half. All right, with the half. Okay, I got it. I'm ahead of myself here on the scorekeeping. You keeping score for us both too?
I am.
Good, thank God. All right,
Thank
next
God for
song.
Rock and Case.
Keeping Up with CT, which is about the guy from Rambler.
Chase Tail and the Heart Attack.
Yeah, and sang for the Heart
That's it.
Attacks as well. He was
This
cool.
guy's a fucking awesome frontman. I had no idea, and yeah, he seems like a crazy.
Yeah,
fun
he's a
person to drink with.
Loose cannon, fun guy.
Yeah.
A guy you would, if you're going to get into a bar fight, you want him on your side, probably. Although he's not a big dude, but he's scrappy.
That's I get that same vibe off him from not knowing him. He definitely puts that out there.
He's the kind of a guy who, if you're a guy who likes to do bar fights, which I'm not, but I have got into one or two.
If you're gonna sucker punch a Nazi with a pair of brass knuckles,
Yeah, I
you
want this
that
guy on my
your
side.
side.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
He seems like the kind of guy who would sucker punch a Nazi with a pair of brass knuckles.
Hey, we all know someone like that.
Yeah.
Oh, this is like when I first heard this too, I was like, oh, they're going full Goodbye to Jane on this. And that's what I thought it was just gonna blast into a
Ballad?
No, I thought it was gonna blast into like another like glitter pop song. It sounds like Goodbye to Jane by Slade, that drum intro, and then it went into this a roller, and it's awesome. The song's great.
I gotta admit, when I first heard the song, because I didn't know who CT was, and I was driving, I thought, are they talking about Cheap Trick? Because we got to keep up with Cheap Trick with the pop songs, but I was totally wrong.
That would be good too.
Yeah. Jangly guitar, gotta like that. I'm all for that.
Yeah, I wanted to ask him. I meant to ask him if it like he's using a bunch of different like guitar amps and stuff on this, because their guitar tones they change a lot throughout the album.
Okay,
it
so
all
this
sounds
could
like
be
them,
a
but-
Vox then, is what you're saying.
Yeah, who knows? I like it.
Is it a little organ in the background too?
I think so. I recall. I'm having a hard time on my end to tell you for sure over here, but
Yeah, catchy as hell.
yeah.
and a love song about a different guy in a different band who likes to start fights. When I saw Heart Attacks play, he was provoking everybody, and he was calling people out in the audience like he was going to kick people's asses. It was great. And so was Tuck.
I saw a video of him on Instagram the other day punching a donkey.
Yeah, a guy who you want to, a fun guy. He's a fun guy.
He didn't punch a donkey. He was trying to feed a donkey grass or something, and the donkey bit him, and he bashed him on the head with his beer can. It's funny, also.
Get that man a cider. Does that Chase guy drink cider?
Oh, it says, get that man a cider, or better yet, a Coors Light and a lighter so he can get high.
Yeah, exactly. That's bad. Yeah, this song is great. This song is absolutely fucking great.
This is a big
This is my second favorite song, or third favorite song on the album. This is the ballad. It's a ballad about a guy in another band.
I would call this a ballad. I mean, if it, in a punk rock sense.
Somebody tell that boy to slow down. We'll just see him next year at the showdown. We're trying to keep up. We're trying to keep up with CT.
Again, sounds like a Tommy Stinson tune style.
Yeah, yeah. That sounds like. I know exactly what song you're talking about. It's on that Bash and Pop.
Anything Can Go, Anything Can Happen album, or no, it'll probably be the first Bash and Pop album.
No, it's on. I can't think of what the song is right now, but I'll try to look up the title. But yeah, I do.
All right, that's a great song. That's a huge +1 for me. What do you give it?
I give it. I also give it a huge +1.
2 bouncing boobies.
Yep.
All right, last song in the album. Pardon me. Got a little, I got a touch of the Corova. Pardon me.
It happens.
Wash it down with some Tecate. All right. Last song in the album, The Falcon, which is what Dave said. This one is kind of like a completely left field direction of the rest of the tunes. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm glad that he heard. I was like I was like worried about insulting him when I said it kind of gives me a Wasp type vibe, but I'm glad that he knows what I'm talking about because
I was gonna say it gives it more like of a AC/DC Jailbreak.
I mean, it's all AC/DC is a hard rock band too. I mean, same as like I would I wasn't thinking like a Winger type of hard rock, but more something tough hard rock. This song's fucking.
So you consider Wasp tough hard rock?
I would consider it more on the harder edge of rock. They're more in the Motley Crue type of camp, or like Guns N' Roses hard rock, compared to like Poison or Winger.
Okay. Or I might even consider it more of a Rose Tattoo type. But let's listen here.
Sure, yeah.
Oh yeah, gotta like that. One note guitar.
Oh yeah,
with a little dark.
And then the kick in on the. Yeah, this is cool.
Good when you do an album closer, friends.
It's also got a little bit of like turbo. It's kind of like got a little bit of Turbo Negro type of thing going. That which I also is a hard rock punk rock band.
When you do an album closer, a little tech tip for album sequencing. Mm-hmm. According to the not authority on album sequencing, Michael Butler, you either want to have a answer machine type tune with one guitar and a vocal, or you want to have something that's a little dark like this. It starts off a little that.
Yeah. How would it go?
You know what that is? Burning for You, Blue Oyster Cult.
I hear that. Just that those 2 chords.
I'm burning for you.
I hear you.
Down, 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 down. Listen, let me back it up a little bit here. All right.
All right.
Down, 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 down.
Yeah. I like it.
This is great.
Yeah.
I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm.
That little riff though right there.
What?
Michael, that little guitar riff with it, just where it breaks down. That's badass. That's what sounded like Wasp to me, was that little lick. Sounds like something off of the Headless Children or something like that. And I liked that he went. I liked it, but I liked that he went ooh.
Yeah.
instead of just like
Yeah.
That's what you kind of felt like it should come. I like the ooh. It brings it down to like a little bit like sleazy or kind of junky sound as opposed to like cock rock sound.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was badass.
Ooh! Ooh!
I love the ooh.
Little Rip Torn. Remember Rip Torn? He's an old
I
comedian from the 70s.
I think he was on
Gay
the
as
Jackass
hell.
movies. Yeah, I know who he is, but I don't know his comedy.
That's great.
That's fucking badass.
Perfect album closer.
Fuck yeah.
The song is bordering on brilliance.
Oh yeah.
All right, I'm going to bring this way down while we tally up the scores.
Yeah, well, you're giving that one a huge plus.
I give
one,
that
I'm
one a
assuming?
big +1 as well.
I give that one a fucking monster +1. I love this song.
A total erect one.
A full erection of a
Full,
one.
a throbbing plus a full throb one.
That's right. A throbber one.
A
It doesn't go
massive
down-
throbbing one.
It's like a 4-hour erection of a one. You know what I mean? It's like a Viagra. You
A
gotta,
full throb spew one.
yeah, you might have to go consult the doctor after this one because it ain't going down. Anyways, so almost a perfect album. I have it at a 10.5, and I think I have you showing 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have you at a 10.
That's right. My pen just stopped writing. So 10.5 for you and a 10 out of 11 for me. So,
And I could easily bump that number 8 up, that You're the Snake up to a +1. It's not a bad song. I mean, it's better than an okay song, but it's not a great song. Everything else on here is great. So that's why I'm giving it the half on that one. Just with the body of work, it's still a fucking cool song.
without a doubt, the album of the year so far, and you're going to have to put out a really fucking good album to be top this one, friends.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't see how it could be topped for... I mean, I'm going to be playing the fuck out of this album for a long time. This is going to be my summertime album for sure when I'm back at the river.
It gets better every time you listen to it.
Oh, dude, it was worth the wait because it seemed like a long time between albums. I guess it was only a couple years, but it felt like, God damn, they're not doing anything here for a while, and this fucking album is badass.
It is a fucking great album. All right. So let's hear the
right.
solo here.
Yeah. Oh, the solo's the Face Melter.
Oh, yeah.
That's fucking badass.
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
I mean, it is.
Fuck. You didn't play this for Natalie, did you?
I don't think she's heard. I don't know if she's heard it yet or not.
Don't play it for her.
Why?
Because I love you, Casey, and I don't want you to lose your girlfriend.
Oh, you think she's leaving me for this one?
Yes.
when she hears this album,
I think
she's
this
leaving
album
me
could
for-
break you guys up.
You think she's gonna go try to
Oh, yeah.
fucking
Oh, yeah.
move to New Jersey?
Yeah.
she can go sleep on Dave and his girlfriend's couch for a while until she weasels her way into the.
I'm sure Dave's girlfriend would have no problem bringing a third into the scene for someone like Natalie.
Well, you're probably right. I'm sure most people would gladly welcome her with open arms
All right,
as a third.
More here. Fuck. All right, friends. I hope you enjoyed this track by track of Wyldlife Year of the Snake.
Excellent record.
You could disagree
Michael.
with Casey and Michael Butler, but you would definitely be wrong. If you don't like this, then you're a fucking Alter Bridge fan.
That is true, and which means you're a on as well. Yeah, this is an excellent record, greatest record of the year without a doubt.
Absolutely,
and should easily hold the title. I can't imagine what a band could do to top this.
All right, Casey, thanks for coming on and helping me do this. I really appreciate it. 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Awesome, thank you, Michael.
Right.
Thanks, Dave, for coming on. Appreciate it. I might see you on Wednesday, Michael. You never know.
All right, come on up.
All right. Farewell.
All right, friends. This is a value for value. Please keep donating to the Rock and Roll Geek Show.
Geek train wreck.
If you got any value out of this, please do what you can to help out your friend Michael Butler. Thank you, friends. We will talk to you probably Wednesday, maybe even sooner, because I got a couple audio comments to play. So I might do a show before Wednesday if Tuck comes on, Tuck Smith. And I will maybe see you before that. If not, I'll talk to you at Mad at Dad if you're a Mad at Dad listener. All right, I'll talk to you soon, friends. Thank you for listening. Have a very safe life and hope we get out of prison soon.